In the Prague Zoo, an unforgettable moment unfolded that left visitors and staff both concerned and amazed. It all began when Max, a young Indian elephant calf, suddenly laid down in his enclosure and didn't get back up. His mother, Janita, immediately became worried and hovered over him with increasing concern. At first, onlookers assumed Max was simply resting after playtime, but as the minutes passed and he remained completely still, the atmosphere grew tense. What Janita did next would stun everyone and reveal just how intelligent and emotionally aware elephants truly are. Janita and Kong, two Indian elephants housed at the zoo, had bonded deeply since their first encounter. Their relationship eventually led to the birth of Max after a long 2-year pregnancy. His birth was historic. He was the first Indian elephant ever born in the Czech Republic, a significant achievement for the Prague Zoo. This event not only symbolized hope for the species, but also validated the zoo's efforts in providing a safe, nurturing environment that closely mimicked the elephant's natural habitat. The birth boosted conservation hopes for a species increasingly threatened by habitat destruction in the wild. From the start, Max was a bundle of energy and charm. Playful and full of life, he ran after his mother, splashed in the watering hole, rolled in mud, and curiously tapped on the glass separating him from visitors. He captivated everyone with his antics, acting more like an oversized puppy than a wild animal. His presence delighted families and children, who watched him grow and learn new things each day. Zookeepers were pleased not just because he entertained visitors, but because his active behavior was a sign of good health and comfort in his environment. But then came the troubling afternoon when Max suddenly laid down and wouldn't move. Janita immediately took notice. Concern etched across her face. She approached and nudged him gently with her trunk. When he didn't respond, she tried again, this time more forcefully. Visitors watching fell silent, worried as the little elephant remained motionless except for occasional twitching. Janita paced around him, visibly distressed. Despite her best efforts, Max wouldn't get up. Surprisingly, none of the other elephants, including Max's father, reacted with the same concern. They stood at a distance, calm and still, which confused both the crowd and the zookeepers. In a remarkable and deeply emotional moment, Janita turned away from Max and raised her trunk toward the crowd, where zookeepers and visitors stood watching helplessly. It was as though she was asking for help, pleading for someone to intervene. Her action was extraordinary, as it demonstrated not just a maternal instinct, but a level of understanding and communication that few expect from animals. Zookeepers quickly responded, entering the enclosure while Janita respectfully backed off, watching them closely but without aggression. They approached Max and tried, gently nudging him awake. After a few failed attempts, just when hope seemed to be slipping away, Max suddenly sprang to life, running around playfully as if nothing had happened. Everyone breathed a collective sigh of relief. Max had simply fallen into a very deep nap and hadn't woken even from his mother's touch. It was the zookeeper's persistent efforts that finally stirred him. In hindsight, the other elephants' calmness made sense. They had likely realized that Max wasn't truly in danger. Janita, though inexperienced as a mother, had reacted with profound instinct and care. As the zookeepers left, she lovingly caressed her son and even appeared to wave her trunk at the humans in gratitude. This touching episode reminded everyone present of the depth of emotion, intelligence, and maternal devotion elephants possess, turning a simple nap into a story that no one at the Prague Zoo would ever forget.